Hi, beautiful Virgo. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Virgo, this is a reading for the month of June, July, and August. So all 3 summer months if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and all 3 winter months if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, give or take September. So I just feel like there's so much going on. There's so much in the ether that is just constantly changing right now, and it's just a little bit up and down and everywhere. And I just figured maybe you can get some inspiration, some guidance, some reassurance, some validation through this type of reading. And before we start, I just also want to apologize a little bit for taking this long. You probably have seen when the other videos has come out, and then it has been a pause, and then some more videos, and then a pause. It's just been a little bit crazy in my personal life, and just dealing with my own energy. But now I'm back to do your reading. So I also want to say that I do still offer personal readings. It depends a little bit though on when you watch this video if I actually do still offer personal readings. Things are changing quite fast here, and so I can't know for sure when you watch it. So look in the description box. If it still says that I offer personal readings, then I do. If it says that I don't, then if you can't find anything about it, I don't offer it anymore. So if you're interested in one, for as long as I'm still doing them, please send me a message and we'll take it from there. Okay, June for Virgo. We're gonna do month by month and then see how they tie in together with each other. I'm starting with the month of June, and you actually get both of these cards for the month of June. Regeneration and mending. Regeneration 46 with mending 42. And then we want a card for the month of July 2023. For Virgo, please. For July, please, for Virgo. My beautiful Virgo nation. There you go. Wow. And 2 again. What? Aren't you a little bit extra special? Fork in the road and unfinished symphony. 10 and 13. Fork in the road and unfinished symphony. 13 and 10. For the month of July. Let's see if there's another 2 cards wanting to come out. And they come out like clear as day together, like as a couple. Both for June and July. So maybe that's telling. What do we have for the month of August for Virgo, please? Month of August for Virgo, please. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna stop shuffling because there's another card. All that glitters and thinker. All that glitters can be all that glitters isn't gold. And then the thinker, that is a Virgo, number 44 and 16. Well, that's the first that we have 2 for each position for the months. I'm just going to go into them each a little bit, and then we're just going to clarify. So regeneration obviously is sort of like a phoenix rising feeling here. It's coming back from the dead, if you will. It's starting over something. It's getting second chances. It's all about, it can also be like a situation where you renew yourself, or like you're giving it another go. You're giving yourself another chance, like yourself a second chance. You're giving someone else a second chance. It can be a second chance in life. Just overall, it's a generator. It's a regeneration. So it's something you're coming back from, stronger, better, more life. I just feel like it's a really, really strong card, together with mending. And 46 with the regeneration. I love that that's the number 46 there, because 4 and 6 is all about the heart. It's all about love. It's all about the love for oneself, or love for someone else, like just coming from a very loving place. And then adding those up, we have a number 10, which is the completion. And then the mending is also a number I was going to say also number 10, but it's like a completion because it's a 52 weeks in a year, right? And it's like we're in the 52nd week of the year. It adds up to number 7. So it's in itself a completion, but 52 weeks in a year is definitely a completion. So both of these are talking about like a certain type of completion, like something's done and we're starting over. And the mending card is all about like bringing the missing pieces together. It can be something, this is for the month of June, so it can be something that has been a little bit tricky for the past couple of months, or even like past couple of 6 months up to a year. Something has been a little bit challenging for you, Virgo, and you've been trying to look at a way to better a situation, to make something work, to make something come from a different perspective, from a different point of view, to just heal something, fix something, make something work, you know? I just feel like the regeneration thing is more personal to Virgo, like more around you as a person. And the mending part could be more like, it can be between you and another person, but I think it's more job related for whatever reason. It's like we're coming together here to work something out. Okay? We're going to go deeper here and figure this out. And it's at the very end of it. Like we have a completion with the 4 to 6. We have a completion in a sense with the 7. Like on the 7th day he rested. There's no more to be done here. And then we have a 52-week situation, which is at the very end of the year. So it's like it's an ending and ending and ending, right? We're going to see something new here. We're starting something over. This can also be like for, this is a general read. So it's going to be, you know, different for everyone. But this can also be actually a couple coming back together. You're actually revisiting a relationship that you have. And whether that is a romantic partnership, you thought something was over, and here is a second chance, like someone's coming back and you're actually mending this relationship and you're giving it another go. Or if this is in business, like you thought this teamwork situation or this work-related co-worker situation was done. Like you decided like, no, we don't want to go down that path. We don't want to continue to work with these people, blah, 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 or this person or whatever. And then something's happening and it's coming back around. So like it's revisiting right now, and you're making like a decision whether to like pick up that work-related situation to continue to work with someone again. If this is a friendship, you thought maybe you were done with a friend, you were done with an ex, you were done with just some sort of situation where it comes back around and you want to give them a second chance, or you want to give the relationship a second chance, or however that's going to play out. Okay, so a little bit of clarification here for the month of June, please, for Virgo. Regeneration, I really love that for you. I can actually read from the book. And again, it's coming out like as a dreams coming true in control. 8 and 9. So it's a very clear process going on here. Like you can't speed whatever you're in, you can't speed it up. I think it's Virgo that constantly say slow and steady wins the race, right? It's a little bit annoying. It's almost like I'm a broken record and I just keep repeating the same thing. But it's 8 and 9, so it talks about how you can't hurry up. Whatever situation this is in, you can't hurry it up. Dreams coming true. There's something, you're looking for a change. You're looking for something to come into your life that you've been wanting for a while. And I think a Virgo, being the Virgo that you are, I'm sorry for completely generalizing you right now and for completely saying this is how you are. But this is how Virgo is. That you're trying to control the outcome. So we have dreams coming true here. You have a wish for something. You want to see a certain change, or you want to see something go in a certain direction. And the typical Virgo wants to have a structure. You want to have it organized. Like that's one of your better traits. That's one of your why Virgo is so, good at what you do in setting goals, in structuring things and whatever, because that's like such a characteristic for Virgo, that they're so good at like structuring and organizing and determining how things are going to be. But in terms of like a conversation with the universe and in steering the ship in a sort of different direction, steering your life in a different direction, having things unfold very naturally and organically, the control needs to go. There's the only thing here that is like setting, like putting käppar i hjulen. That's the only thing that, what do you call it? That sort of slows down the process or slows down the progress in a situation, is that you're actually trying to control the outcome, or you want to, like, you think it's just this is the way that this is going to be done. And as you let go of control, you're going to see that, oh my goodness, it even turned out in a better way or a better fashion than I thought initially. I would read for the regeneration. Regeneration number 46, 24, 43, and 46. Okay. Virgo. Look at that. Essential meanings of this card is rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. The Oracle's message states, second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful, growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. That's really beautiful. And the relationship message states, the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. So death and endings. So we have a lot of 10 here. We have a lot of completion. 7, 10, 52. I just realized we have another 10 on the table. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 indicators of the completion and the endings there. And then we talk about the endings here in this regeneration as well. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. You're very magnetic at this time, Virgo, very magnetic. This is for the month of June. Now is a time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Question mark. Love is rising up to greet you. That's really beautiful. And then the prosperity message states, what happens when it appears you've failed at something? Do you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you really are experiencing a rebirth. So something quite extraordinary are starting over here, and it's talking about like we're mending a situation. We're moving on from the past here, whatever loss or death or finalizing thing, or like a completion, and you're stepping into the dreams coming true. I'd say that the only thing, like, try to let go of control as much as you possibly can for the month of June. Try to just surrender to God, or like let God and let go and let God, or like surrender to the universe, or whatever you want to call it, and just see how things slowly but surely starts to fall into place. It's really, really beautiful. It's a new start for you somehow. It's a rebirth. for Virgo. And then for the month of July, we might go a little bit back and forth here. For the month of July, that's going to bring a whole other set of opportunities because of the change that you're doing in July, because of the regeneration, the rebirth of yourself, Virgo. Like, it's like you've chosen a different path. You're headed towards a different path than you initially thought. And because you're going to come up to a fork in the road here. There's the 10 again that I was talking about. And 13, there's your transformation. There's a big shift happening within Virgo. And the Unfinished Symphony is talking about tying up loose ends. It's interesting because we had mending here as well. Like, we're bringing something back together. We're healing something or mending something. And for the Unfinished Symphony is like we're tying up loose ends. We're putting out little fires, fixing things that should have been fixed maybe a long time ago. Apologize where apology is needed. Receiving apology from someone that maybe you haven't wanted to receive before. Whatever situation this is, there's a lot of things that you're sort of finalizing in your life right now. You're coming to a close about a lot of things, and it's like you're shutting down certain things. It doesn't fit on your path moving forward anymore. And it puts you in this position of a fork in the road. Like, there's going to be new opportunities that opens up for you because of this rebirth that you're going through. This is death leading to life. This is ending certain things that brings a lot of new in here. So we're just going to clarify that a little bit. Clarification for the month of July there, please. Rest and reconsider. Yeah, so it's just asking you basically to not rush this. And again, I'm sorry, slow and steady wins the race even in July. It's number 9. I just thought of that because we have a 9 there that is also ending. And we have now another number 9 that's talking about endings. So there's so much, like, there's a big chapter in your life, Virgo, whatever this is about. If this is like an overall thing, because you're going through a rebirth, like, you might shut down one thing after. This might not just be about work, or just be about relationships, or just be about something you've done for a while in your life. This might even be like a housing situation, or like whatever this is. It might be all of it, because there's so many endings here. Like, this, it's talking about so many endings in so many forms. It's just you've come to the end of a chapter, or not even a chapter, you've come to the end of a book. And it's like you're closing down the book, and little by little, you probably will start to see this change. And you might have already have done certain changes, like in the beginning of the year. And then the next thing is sort of arising, saying, this, you shouldn't do this. If we should continue to do this, it is going to take a different form, or it's going to take a different path, or a different expression, if you will. And it's like you take one thing after the other, and you just, and it's not, we're not in a hurry here. We have 8 and 9, and actually now here 10. So we have 8, 9, 10. It's just really slow and steady wins the race. It's really talking about a process. This is a process that needs to take however long it needs to take. Rest and reconsider is like, again, you don't hurry this. You just really sit on this, and you really think about what it is that you want. I think the more that you can just relax and allow, I don't mean that, okay, things aren't moving along or things aren't changing if you're not actually making a decision. There might be a lot of things changing because you're not actually making a decision, because it's just very, very naturally and organically is happening all by itself, if that makes sense. But it's like, the fork in the road here, and the closing down, deciding what to close down, deciding what to keep. Do I stay in this relationship? Do I go? Do we continue on this path in our work-related situation? Or do we, like, all of it is like, take your time, Virgo. There's no rush here. It's like the fundamental message, because this is not just some superficial, on the surface shift. This is like a profound shift that's going on within you. And for the month of August, we have all that glitters and then the thinker. And all that glitters, if we start there, all that glitters is the expression, all that glitters isn't gold. This is when the masks are coming off, and this is when people are showing their true faces or their true colors, their authentic selves. And the reason why I feel like you can see them very, very clearly is because something has changed within Virgo. Virgo, you're a truth seeker. You're a little bit of a Libra, in the sense that you're like very much a truth seeker. It's just that you can't really stand someone, like you will sniff out the minute that you feel like something is not authentic or not truthful or not real, so to speak. You will sniff that out like a bloodhound. It's like you just have that quality. And there's something here that looked really good in the beginning. We have 16, which is sudden shift and sudden changes, and all the glitter, like something that looked really, really, really good on the initial meeting, the initial contact, the initial surface level situation. It looked really good and it looked really promising, but just like that, it has shifted. And it's not necessarily, so I'm not getting any like bad vibes here. I'm not getting, there's no one tricking you or fooling you, or there's nothing that has gone really south in terms of your career, or in terms of, does this make any sense? There's something here, just, it looked really promising on the surface. It looked really, really good initially, and then something for the month of August is very, very quickly, like just like that, changing the direction or changing the course of what you once felt was going to happen. And we also have the thinker. So it has, with the number 44, which is not a master number, but it's a very, very strong number. It's a powerful number, about like knowing who you are, coming from the heart, making the next like logical step for you, the next most positive step for you. There's something that has in August made you go like an extra lap, like an extra round around the house, like an extra, you go another round in your head about something is shifting in the month of August. And I think it has led up to this, because we are starting with this rebirth in June. You're coming up to a fork in the road in July, where you're asked to just take it slow, close down little things that just doesn't serve you anymore, let go of stuff that just doesn't, let go of things and even people that sort of consume your energy, that doesn't bring anything to the table really. If anything, they probably take your energy a little bit. And there's a fork in the road on like where to go here. And I don't think it's just for one big decision. I think it's little mini choices across the board that you're deciding on right now, like what to do, stay or go, change, continue. And for the month of August, I think that all the glitters is just about, it's getting really real. It's getting really real. So anything that is sort of having any type of artificial, superficial, hidden, like masks on, hidden agenda, anything that doesn't serve your greater purpose, just like that, is going to be cut out of your life. I'm not going to lie, it puts you a little bit into thinking mode, and that's typical Virgo, that you are the analyzer of all the signs. You are the most analyzing. I don't want to say judgmental, but I want to say judging. Like you're trying to figure out a situation by calculating it and by thinking about it logically. And I think the most that you can do here now is just drop down in your heart and just really trust that the process is really ongoing because of the rebirth that you've already done in June. A little bit of clarification here, please. Clarification for the month of August. Transformation with 13. Death into life. So that's the second time we are looking into rebirth. Endings. Completion. And look at this. embrace. And then we have the new. It's like, again, you're stepping into the new. So this is just what's coming up here is allowing for you to drop whatever is not authentic in your life, and whatever is not authentic within you. Does it put you in a little bit of period of thinking mode, like trying to analyze the situation, try to let go and let God, try to just continue to be shown the path like before you, and before you know it, this is what you're stepping into. This is like the new earth. It's a new way of thinking. It's not a new way of thinking with your mind anymore. It's sort of a new way of thinking with your heart. The heart is growing really strong there, a golden heart with all the roots happening there inside Mother Earth. This is when you completely leave, this is the world card. So it's like you leave an old era behind and stepping into a new era, if you will, pun intended. And you're so ready for it. I think you're ready already in June, but like starting the journey in June and coming up to a fork in the road and like trying to choose what's right for you in the moment for basically everything. That's what I'm saying, Virgo. It's a very life-changing couple of months up ahead for all of us. And that's why I wanted to make this video with just 3 months already at the same time, so you sort of know what's in store for you. And what's in store for you is at the end of August, you're ready to embrace the new world. Like you're ready to embrace this new path. Come what may, it feels like. It's a big preparation. Take your time, rest and reconsider, like rest and rejuvenate, rest and go into that meditation. Finalize, put out fires, complete, tie up loose ends wherever you can that doesn't fit your agenda or doesn't fit your path anymore, because that's just taking energy from you. And trust in the higher power that you will be guided down the right path right now. And where the fork in the road comes in, just take your time in the month of July. There's going to be some sort of decision that you need to make there. Just take your time. There's no rush here. And anything that doesn't serve you, anything that is not authentic and like right up your alley, right up in alignment with who Virgo is now becoming in the month of August, it's just like that. It's just going to disappear, basically, just right out of your life, because it doesn't fit the new world order. It doesn't fit the new world that you're stepping into. It has you thinking a little bit, but that's typical Virgo. So think for a second or two or three. That's okay, because you're going to move forward with the new earth anyway. The new world order, the rebirth of you. You're rebirthing yourself. Regeneration and the new and the world. I hope this is helpful, Virgo. Again, please send me a message if you're interested in a personal reading. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.